In the year 880, Charlemagne built a towering empire, the Holy Roman Empire. It stretched across Central Europe, a collection of duchies, kingdoms, and free cities, each with its own ruler. Living under one roof wasn't always peaceful. These rulers often squabbled over power, like siblings fighting over the biggest slice of cake. By the 15th century, the Holy Roman Empire was more of a crumbling castle than a unified empire. The Protestant Reformation, a religious shake-up, added another crack. In the early 19th century, Napoleon Bonaparte, the French emperor with a mad obsession, was in. He basically left Germany in a state of flux. The Holy Roman Empire, a loose confederation of German states, crumbled under Napoleon's pressure and was formally dissolved in 1806. In its place, Napoleon established the Confederation of the Rhine, essentially a group of puppet states under French control. Following Napoleon's defeat, the Congress of Vienna established the German Confederation in 1815. This looser association lacked a stronger and more centralized government and remained under Austrian influence. However, the seeds of unification were sown. The revolutions of 1848, fueled by a rising tide of nationalism, the belief in shared language and culture as a basis for nationhood, sparked attempts to create a unified Germany, complete and successfully. These efforts would pave the way for future unification spearheaded by Prussia. Amidst all this, a new player emerged, Prussia. This powerful kingdom in northern Germany was like a rising star. They had a strong army, a booming economy, and an ambitious king who wasn't afraid to make his presence felt. Prussia's rising power wouldn't happen without the same conflict though. In the 1860s, they teamed up with Austria to fight Denmark over two duchies, Schleswig and Holstein. It was a messy family feud, with historical claims and tangled inherities at its core. Prussia and Austria emerged victorious, but their newfound friendship wouldn't last that long. Disagreements flared between Prussia and Austria over Prussia's desire to annex the duchies of Schleswig and Holstein. This shimmering tension boiled over into the Austro-Prussian War of 1866, where a decisive Prussian victory secured those lands for them and solidified Prussian dominance over the German states. With Austria out of the picture, Prussia only had one major obstacle remaining: France. French Emperor Napoleon III, worried about a powerful Prussia on his doorstep, he declared war in 1870. But Prussia, led by Otto von Bismarck, had a secret weapon. Bismarck, the Iron Chancellor, for his rigorous pragmatism, used nationalism like a master chess player. He portrayed France as the aggressor, uniting the other German states under the banner of defeating a common enemy. He skillfully convinced the northern German states, excluding Austria, to form a stronger union, the North German Confederation. Prussian forces, well drilled and strategically positioned, pushed back the French advances. In a series of decisive battles, Prussia secured key victories, culminating in the siege of Paris. With the capital surrounded and their army depleted, the French were forced to surrender in 1871. With France defeated, the stage was set for the grand finale on January 18, 1871, in the very same Hall of Mirrors at the Palace of Versailles, where French monarchs had once basked in glory. A new power was declared. In a ceremony steeped in symbolism, the fragmented patchwork of German states had finally been stitched together under Prussian leadership. The dream of unified Germany, a nation bound by shared language, culture, and let's not forget military might, had finally become a reality. The birth of the German Empire sent shockwaves throughout Europe. This new nation, with its powerful army and booming industrial sector, was a force to be reckoned with. However, as we know from history, the seeds of future conflict were also sown. The quest for power and national pride that fueled German unification played a tragic role in the events of the 20th century.